What's up everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. EMT here, and in this video I want to share with you the brand new Zhiyun Cinepeer Smooth 5E. Now, full disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. The opinions are my own. However, Zhiyun provided the gimbal for free, and if you do end up picking something from the links in the description, that ends up helping the channel. Now, having said that, the Zhiyun Cinepeer Smooth 5E will start at $149 US. The full kit, which is what I was sent, that includes this AI tracking module as well as this additional magnetic light, will set you back $199 US. Now, the Smooth 5E has a very traditional design. It definitely throws me back to the Smooth 4 kind of days. We actually made a video of that gimbal in New York City and it was a lot of fun. So this is definitely kind of like a smaller looking version, but that traditional design, in my opinion, allows for better image stabilization and better range of motion. So I took it out for a spin in order to test the image stabilization versus good old-fashioned handheld. I was very pleased with the stabilization results. Definitely an improvement from going good old-fashioned handheld. In-body image stabilization is getting really good paired together with digital image stabilization, so I could totally see how some activities may not really require this. But a reason why you would get a gimbal is, besides stabilizing and removing the shakiness from your videos, is that it allows you to capture cinematic movements. The Smooth 5E has a fantastic range of motion. You can actually go all the way down and underslung and capture steps, slow their ground shots, things of that nature. Other shots that I was able to capture were like sliding shots, and even one of my favorite ones, the vortex mode, which allows the gimbal to spin non-stop. You're able to capture those Inception-like shots. Definitely a lot of fun capturing. Now, the Smooth 5E does have a wheel that allows you to interact with a couple of different maneuvers in your gimbal. It does allow you to adjust the roll. It does allow you to change your focus and your zoom depending on the application that you use. If you're using the Steadicam or the ZY Cami app, you'll be able to interact with that wheel in a lot of different ways. But by default, on my end, it was set to do a roll. In the front of the gimbal, you have a wide variety of buttons that allow you to control your smartphone even without touching the display if you're using the Steadicam or the ZY Cami app. The little wheel around the light bulb allows you to check your footage out if you're using the ZY Cami app, your ISO, you can change it if you're using the manual mode on the app, among other features. It is also really cool that you can actually rotate in order to increase or decrease the brightness of your fill light. And this is really cool because it's actually in the anatomy of the gimbal. And of course, if you get the full bundle, you'll be able to get an additional fill light, which is ridiculously bright. Here's an example of me with no light, with the built-in fill light, and then with the massive maximum extreme combination of the fill light and the magnetic light. So there's a mode button, of course, for you to cycle through different modes, and there's an indicator at the very top of this whole situation that shows you if you're in pan follow mode, lock mode, POV mode, you name it. The only challenge that I had with that little mini bar, it's just so tiny that in the middle of the day, I wasn't really able to see what I was. So I had to trial and error and see which mode I'm in. It's kind of nice that they have that little bar that cycles through. It's a toggle that you can go from one mode to the next, but I wish it was brighter and maybe a little bit larger. Now the cool thing about the Smooth 5E is that this motor can actually change in terms of positioning. So let's say you're using the front-facing camera and you want to record yourself. This motor is going to be kind of like right in the middle. You can actually kind of get rid of it. If you click the trigger 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, it does give you the option to record now on obstructs. What it does is that it rotates the motor to the other side, and then that way you're able to record yourself without obstruction. Now, if I wanted to shoot with the ultra wide camera that way, this will absolutely show in your footage. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, that automatically moves the motor out of the way. In a very interesting way, it does change the position of the camera low to top, but it actually works and it gets the job done. You also have the ability to do a 180-degree kind of like pan. So if I'm filming, let's say I'm filming ultra wide what's in front of me, and then I want to be part of the action and then vlog with this gimbal, you can simply do 1, 2, 3, and then it does give you the ability to film yourself with the ultra wide camera without obstruction, and then 1, 2, 3, it gives you back what's in front of you. And the cool thing about that is that you don't have to move around your gimbal and change your positioning. And if you ever want to go back to the middle, just remember, double click on the trigger will recenter your gimbal. Now there's one more feature that caught my attention, and that is the AI tracker that the Smooth 5E possesses. If you get the full bundle that includes the AI tracking module, you'll be able to do AI tracking. And the cool thing about this is that it's not dependent on any kind of software. You can use any application. However, this is, I would say, the first time in my journey with gimbals that I actually found a gimbal with AI tracking module that does allow you to trigger recording. You can start tracking by doing the OK gesture, and you can stop that tracking by holding out your hand. But you can actually trigger the shutter of your smartphone by just simply doing the peace sign. And that gesture is also kind of like a built-in timer. It does give you a couple of seconds before it takes the photo and starts recording, so it gives you kind of like that preparation. And there's an additional gesture of start, stop, and recording by actually doing this gesture, which is very interesting. And that was a feature that truly caught my attention. Everything else that I shared is great, but from a solo content creation standpoint, that is fantastic. The fact that you can start, stop recording as well as start, stop tracking without touching the smartphone or the gimbal is very next level. But I want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down there so we can continue to create relevant content for you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down in the description. All the links are also down there. And as always, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I'll catch you on the next one.